Gallery experience. Why people pretend they don't like nude art. Walk into an art gallery and look at a painting of the human body. What happens? Some people stop. Some look for a few seconds. Some look carefully and then quickly move away. And some say, I don't really like nude art. But here's an interesting question. Do they really dislike it? Or are they simply uncomfortable admitting that they are attracted to it? The human body has been one of the most important subjects in art for thousands of years. Artists have painted it. Sculptors have carved it. Photographers have studied it. Museums have displayed it. And audiences have continued to look at it. So why does the nude still make some people uncomfortable? Part of the answer is that the human body is personal. We see bodies every day. But seeing a real person and seeing a representation of the human body are very different experiences. When we see a nude figure in a painting, we may immediately become aware of our own reactions. We may notice beauty. We may notice vulnerability. We may notice sexuality. We may notice age. We may notice imperfections. And sometimes we don't know what we are supposed to feel. That uncertainty can make people uncomfortable. There is another reason. Society teaches us how to behave around the human body. We learn what is considered private, what is considered appropriate, what should be covered, what can be shown publicly, and what should remain behind closed doors. Then we walk into a museum and suddenly see a completely different message. Here is a naked human body, and it is considered art. That creates an interesting psychological conflict. The same body that might be considered private in one situation can become an object of artistic study in another. And the viewer has to decide how to respond. Is it beautiful? Is it sensual? Is it vulnerable? Is it powerful? Is it disturbing? Is it simply human? There isn't always one correct answer. And perhaps this is why people sometimes say they don't like nude art. It may be easier to say, I don't like it, than to say, this painting made me feel something I wasn't expecting. That is a very different statement. Now let's think about attraction. Humans naturally respond to the human form. We recognize faces. We recognize bodies. We notice symmetry. We notice movement. We notice posture. We notice age. We notice physical differences. Artists have understood this for centuries. But fine art nude does not have to be about sexual attraction. A nude figure can communicate loneliness, strength, aging, vulnerability, freedom, beauty, mortality, identity, pain, joy, or simply the physical presence of being human. Look at the difference between a figure posed only to attract attention and a figure created to communicate an idea. The body may be the same, but the artistic intention can be completely different. This is where context becomes important. The same image can feel completely different depending on how it is presented. Lighting matters.
Composition matters.
Expression matters.
Pose matters.
Background matters. The relationship between the figure and the surrounding space matters. Even the title of the artwork can change how we interpret it. A nude figure standing alone in dramatic light may communicate solitude. A group of figures may communicate community. An older body may make us think about aging and mortality. A powerful pose may communicate strength. A vulnerable pose may communicate surrender or emotional pain. The body becomes a language. And perhaps that is one reason nude art has survived for so long. It gives artists a universal subject. We may not speak the same language. We may not share the same culture. But we all understand the human body. Now here is another interesting question. Why are some people perfectly comfortable seeing nude figures in museums but uncomfortable seeing nude figures elsewhere? Context. A museum tells us, look at this as art. The setting changes our expectations. We become more analytical. We look at composition. We think about history. We think about technique. We ask why the artist made the work. The gallery creates a psychological distance between the viewer and the body. But that distance can disappear very quickly when the image feels too realistic, too intimate, or too contemporary. And suddenly the viewer may become aware of their own reaction. That is when discomfort can appear. But discomfort isn't necessarily a failure of art. Sometimes discomfort is exactly what art is supposed to create. Art doesn't always have to make us comfortable. Sometimes it should make us question ourselves. Why did I react that way? Why did I look away? Why did I keep looking? Why did this particular figure stay in my mind? Those questions can be more interesting than simply deciding whether we like the painting. And there is something else worth remembering. A nude body does not belong to one age, one body type, one gender, one culture, one definition of beauty. Art can show young bodies, old bodies, strong bodies, fragile bodies, ordinary bodies, bodies with imperfections, bodies that don't fit traditional ideas of beauty. And that can be important, because the human body changes throughout life. Art can remind us that beauty isn't always perfection. Sometimes beauty is vulnerability. Sometimes it is age. Sometimes it is individuality. Sometimes it is simply being human. So do people really pretend they don't like nude art? Some probably do. Others genuinely don't like it. And that's perfectly fine. We don't have to like every subject in art. But perhaps the more interesting question is, why do we react so strongly to it? Why does the human body have such power over our attention? Why can one figure in a painting make us stop walking? Why can a nude artwork make us uncomfortable? And why has the human body remained one of the most powerful subjects in art for thousands of years? Maybe the answer is surprisingly simple. When we look at the human body in art, we are not only looking at someone else. In some way we are looking at ourselves. Our beauty, our vulnerability, our desires, our fears, our aging, our mortality, our humanity. And perhaps that is why we sometimes look away. And why, even after we look away, we look back. This is the gallery experience.